Oh, welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here. Let me roll my window up. Listen to this. Electric windows. And then down. And then back up. They always say that it's better to get a car that doesn't have electrical windows, because if the electrical windows go bad, it's easier to fix. But then you have years and years and years and years and years and years and years of rolling down a window that's not electrical. So what's better? Saving a little bit of money, but when the window is broken, versus wearing this arm out on a regular basis? Or this arm will be a Popeye arm, and this arm will be a very scrawny olive oil arm. So you would be lopsided walking like this if you have one of the roll-up windows. At least that's what Wikipedia says. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's TheDailyWoo, and I am driving, but I want you to take a look at this. It is Wilson. Someone has sent me this in the mail, and whoever sent me this, I really appreciate it. I love Castaway. I love the impact Castaway has on me, especially in my mind and in my heart, and the message that Castaway gives. And I really appreciate the Wilson gift of Wilson. And I posted this on social media. There are people who think the Wilson getting lost at sea scene is comical, and there are people that think the Wilson getting lost at sea scene is heartbreaking. And I happen to fall into that second category. And I'm not saying I won't be your friend if you think that scene is funny, but I think we would have a more personal connection, me and you, like this, if you actually understand what Tom Hanks is feeling at that moment. I think you get the movie and you understand the movie for what it's supposed to be, if that scene is dramatic to you and makes you tear up a little bit. So enough of that. Tomorrow, I will be landing on a plane, hopefully safely on a plane, in Orlando, Florida. And I will be in Orlando for 9, maybe even 10 days before I fly back. Do not forget, this Saturday, if you're in Central Florida or within driving distance of Central Florida, 3 p.m., there's a place called Fun Spot Orlando. You can just Google it, just look it up. Fun Spot Orlando. It's right off International Drive, close to Universal Studios, Florida. I think it's on Fun Spot Way. Just search it. It is free admission to get in. When I say by free, if you wanted to ride something, like if we wanted to ride the Ferris wheel or ride one of the little roller coasters and stuff, there is a separate admission fee for that. But to show up and park, it is free. Last I actually researched, it is free. And it's also free to wander around the property. So here's what I'm thinking. 3 p.m. in Orlando at International Drive, near Universal Studios, I think it's about a mile from Universal Studios, Florida, a place called Fun Spot. This is going to be an impromptu meetup. I have been kind of promoting it in the last week or so. And the reason I am doing this is because I am going to be spending some time at the theme parks, different theme parks, a lot of Walt Disney World stuff, and other things around Orlando. And instead of people trying to come out and find out where I am in the parks, let's say I'm at Epcot one day, or Hollywood Studios MGM one day, or let's say I am at Animal Kingdom or Magic Kingdom, instead of anyone that wants to say hello to try to figure out through social media where I am, this will be a much easier way for me to actually go to one pinpointed place. And it's not on Disney property, it's not on a theme park that requires an admission to actually enter the park, either for parking or for admission. So anyone can attend. So that's why we're doing this. That being said, also, please keep in mind that my family lives there. I have a lot of close personal friends that live there, and I have to do some filming, and I'm kind of trying to take a little bit of vacation from my problems. I've had kind of a dramatic couple of weeks, and I'm trying to have a little bit of R&R, a little rest and relaxation time. I'm trying to encompass all those things that are mentioned. So keep that in mind, that I kind of need a little bit of me time as well. That's why I'm also doing the meetup that way. I'm not always constantly having people trying to find me in the park. So keep that in mind if you're trying to hunt me down and say hello. Just keep the meetup in mind. That I think is the best possible solution to everything that is mentioned. So that's basically it. Going to Orlando. I'm going to be hanging out with Tim and Jen Tracker while I'm there for a little while, so that will be cool. And my friend Spokes Maine is also there. My friend Micah, who does a channel called World of Micah. Hopefully hanging out with all of them. Maybe not even filming videos, just hanging out because all of us are friends, but probably some video footage will emerge of those hangout sessions and whatnot. But I have some things on the agenda for Florida, but mostly it is just like I was saying, to just a little vacation from my problems. And I always say that phrase because I think of What About Bob, Bill Murray. I'm gonna take a vacation from, I'm on vacation! Take a vacation from your problems. That is what Richard Dreyfuss told Bill Murray, the Bob character, Bob Wiley. Has anyone ever seen that movie? That is an underrated classic and one of my favorite Bill Murray movies. If you've not seen it, and the interesting thing about What About Bob, I have read a lot of stuff about this online, that Richard Dreyfuss and Bill Murray actually did not get along. Richard Dreyfuss supposedly really disliked, almost hated Bill Murray during the filming of that. And I think the hatred in the film that Richard Dreyfuss is showing him as it progresses, I think a lot of that is actually real. A lot of that is not like overacted. I think there was some serious aggravation between the two actors. Richard Dreyfuss does not get enough credit for being pretty much a genius when it comes to a comic genius in that film, because him flipping out, there's one scene where he opens the door and Bill Murray's like in the passenger seat and Richard Dreyfuss is driving down this desolate road and Bill Murray's just yammering and aggravating him, and then Richard Dreyfuss stops, gets out, opens the door, and as he opens the door, he tries to say, "Get out of the car," but he just says, and it's pretty funny. I don't know. I'm not really transcending the comic timing of this, but pretty good movie. Check out What About Bob. Going to Orlando. Thanks for the Wilson. This is awesome right here. I love this Wilson. And that's about it. Just kind of running some errands today. I have to do some laundry, have to do some packing before tomorrow's arrival in Florida from coast to coast. Oh, my annual pass, my Disneyland and Walt Disney World annual pass expire on the night of the 27th. And I asked at one of the ticket booths at Disneyland, when can I go into Walt Disney World on the 27th? And I can. So basically my pass expires on the 27th, but is no good starting the 28th. And I have thought about what I'm probably going to do about my annual pass out here. I probably will get an annual pass for Disneyland when I return, because I will not have one once I return. So I'll get an annual pass only for the West Coast for now. And if for some reason I return to Florida within the next year, I will just upgrade. Instead of tossing down a ton of money at once, I'll just kind of stair step it a little bit at a time. So hope you guys have a great day. Didn't talk about much, but I just wanted to share what's on my mind and share my plans for the upcoming week. Remember the meetup. Let's try to get as many people out there as we can. If you are free at 3 p.m. on Saturday, rain or shine. If it's raining, just find some place to stand under. Basically, we can just meet around the front entrance of the park or in the parking lot, or we could just find somewhere. Wherever anyone congregates is basically where the meetup will actually take place. So not really a super pre-planned pinpoint spot, but I was thinking everyone brings a couple of bucks. We could probably, for those who don't want to, or for those that want to actually ride something together, we could probably all ride the Ferris wheel or maybe the merry-go-round if they have a merry-go-round there, maybe one of the rides or the coasters. So we can hang out for a little bit. 3 p.m. sharp. It might go on for a half hour. It might go on for an hour. Heck it, we might actually hang out for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Who knows? I have some other things going on Saturday evening, so this will not be an all-day event. 2 hours at the most. But be there at 3 p.m. because you never know Maybe Fun Spot will say, we do not want you guys hanging out here, and we might have to move across the street to something else. So be there at 3 p.m. And if there are some people congregating around, just kind of merge with them. And I will be there at 3 p.m. sharp. Fun Spot Orlando. Just Google it. Fun Spot Orlando off International Drive. And I will see you this Saturday. It's crazy that I am in Southern California right now. And tomorrow, at this exact time, I will be, when you are watching this vlog tomorrow, I will be doing a vlog from the opposite coast. Florida. I'm in California to Florida. Kind of blows my mind a little bit to even think about how crazy that is. So, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. My mind just got just scrambled of thinking about boarding a plane and flying to Florida in the morning. And the next time I will see you will be from Florida. I wonder if I should take Wilson. Would this be considered carry-on or baggage? You'll never be baggage to me, big guy. You'll always be my personal carry-on. See you guys later. Check down below for my t-shirts. Please subscribe. AdamTheWoo Patreon. And I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you Saturday if you're at the meetup. Goodbye.